So you're done with fashion school, or you're done training, you're done with your fashion training, and you're struck with the reality of what next. How am I going to build this business? How am I going to stand out amidst this competition? How am I going to make money? You're in this spot right now, then this video is for you. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is AyJay. In this fashion, I share everything fashion design, fashion DIYs. So if you need everything fashion, this is a page for you. So do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video, watch other ones, share with your community. And if you're a returning subscriber, I'm saying a very big welcome to you. Thank you for coming once again. God bless you. I'm going to be sharing something amazing today. There is a reality that hits you after you're done with fashion school, especially as a beginner. This video is specifically for beginners, but as an intermediate, you can still pick one or two things, so you can still listen to the video. This is especially for beginners. You're new to fashion, so you're done with your training in fashion school, or you're done with your training with your boss, and now you're the youngest CEO. You need to start up a business, and you don't know how you're going to stand out. Because trust me, there is competition in fashion business. There is competition. So even though you're not competing with anybody, but it doesn't remove the fact that you are in a very populous market. So there are so many fashion designers, and you want your business to also stand out. So you have to get some skills. You need some skills. So today I'm going to be sharing a few skills I think you need as a beginner into fashion business. These are skills that you need to improve on over time. You don't need to have them in the first year of your business. You don't need to have them in the first month of your business. There are things that as time goes on, you keep on progressing, but I want you to have them at the back of your mind that while you're running your business, you need to improve on these skills. The first one is sewing and design skills, which I think you already have. Yes, because that was what your boss or your fashion tutor would have taught you: how to sew, how to design clothes. That is the first skill. You need it as a fashion designer. There are some fashion designers that don't know how to sew, but you know how to design. Well, in a country like Nigeria, I think you also need to know how to sew. I did this fashion course some years ago, just like a short course, because I was not from a Nigerian. So one of the things that was emphasized in one of the chapters of that course was you can be a fashion designer and not know how to sew clothes, but knowing how to sew clothes gives you a bigger edge, right? So it gives you a bigger edge when you know how to sew. So the first skill is sewing and designing skills, which I think you already have. Let's go to the second one. The next one is drawing and sketching skills. You need to know how to draw. You need to know how to sketch as a fashion designer. There are times that you need to interpret designs to your clients, right? So there are clients that may not show you a picture. In case you don't know, let me just give you that reality shock, right? Some clients will not give you pictures, and if as a fashion designer you want to always be relying on pictures, you must see what your client is saying before you sew it. Then I don't think you're training yourself to be a fashion designer, like a real fashion designer. You can choose to just be like, can choose to just tailor clothes, right? Just tailor to give you an inspiration, a picture you sew exactly. If you go down my page, there's a place I talk about the difference between fashion designer and the tailor. So you understand what I'm saying here. So if you're training yourself, because training does not end with your fashion tutor or your boss. While you're on the journey, you're still going to have series of training, personal training, courses you'll be taking along the way, right? So if you want to train yourself to be a real fashion designer, you need to understand that your imaginative power has to work. For clients, they're not going to give you designs. They're not going to give you picture of what you have to make for them. They will try to explain it. This is where you're going to save yourself as a fashion designer, by knowing how to draw. Don't leave that client without drawing something, without trying to replicate what they said, right? Because it's not easy for you to try to come into someone's mind and understand what they are saying. But because you already know how to draw, you don't need to be very, very perfect, right? But you know how to replicate something on paper that someone can see and say, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. You need that skill. You need to know how to draw. It's going to help you. It's going to help you, and it's going to also save you all the stress of, and this wasn't what I was saying, no. Because customers can do that thing, you will not lie. The next one is communication skill. You need communication skill. You need to know how to talk. And this has nothing to do with you being an introvert or an extrovert or an ambivert or whatever. Because you can know how to talk about every other thing and don't know how to talk about business. I don't know if that makes sense. So you need to know how to communicate. Even if you're an introvert, you don't talk to people. I want you to learn how to communicate for your business, right? You need to know how to communicate for your business. You may not care about any other thing about your clients or anything. But when it comes to your business, you should know how to communicate your business. You should know how to pitch your business. Because trust me, as a fashion designer, you pitch your business like, let's say, weekly basis. If you're as a beginner, you may likely pitch your business day-to-day basis, because you meet people that would ask you, what do you do? That is like a short time to pitch your business, pitch your brand, irrespective of who they are, right? So you need to know how to communicate your business. You need to know how to speak your brand, improve on your communication skills. The next one is mathematics skill. You need to know basic mathematics. This has nothing to do with Pythagoras theorem or algebra. No, basic skills, basic math skill. You need to know your division, you need to know your addition, you need to know your subtraction, you need to know your multiplication. You also need to know circumference, because I'm going to bring it down to when you're making flare, when you're cutting flare, there are types of flares that you need to know the circumference of a circle, radius, all those kind of things. So you need to know basic math skill. You need to know mathematics skills, because trust me, if you make a mistake in your calculation, that was too passionate. I'm sorry. I think that's happened to me before. That's why it has happened anyway. A mistake has happened. If you make mistake with your calculation while you're cutting, wahala do. There's problem. It's even better when you made the mistake and the measurement was more. Let's say you added too much allowance than you did your calculation and you reduced from the original measurements. So you need to know basic math skill, right? You need to know basic math skill. And another way to substitute for it is you can get a calculator, a very good calculator. I don't want to show you my calculator because calculator is not looking good, but it's good for me. Monkey is not fine, but its mother likes it. I'll see if I can just put a picture up there of the kind of calculator. A scientific calculator. Yes, you need a scientific calculator because that's what can help you to do all these circumference, all those kind of things. So if you know that you cannot really stress for the maths, get a very good scientific calculator. The next one is business skills. You know how to sew very well. You're very amazing. Good. Now that you are in the business world, you want to monetize that skill. You know, there are people that just know how to sew clothes, but they sew clothes for themselves and their family, right? Hope you know. And there are other people like us that know these skills and we want to make a living out of it. So for us, we don't only need the knowledge of how to sew, we also need the knowledge of how to set up a business. For this one, let me not lie to you, it may not come naturally. Your boss may not teach you everything. If you went to a fashion school, then maybe it would be better. But if you learned from a tailor, like you learned from a fashion shop, you may likely not get everything you need to know about setting up a business, especially setting up a business as a fashion designer in the 21st century. So it's something you will need to learn. You may need to take some business courses here and there. So you don't need to go to school and go and study accounting so that you can know business for your fashion design. No, just take a few courses here and there. There's this app for women called Her Ventures. Yes, it's Her Ventures. It's a very easy app, like a very easy business app. This app takes you through bookkeeping, takes you through marketing, takes you through sales, takes you through accounting. I don't know if I mentioned that. Takes you through surface level business plan, takes you through elevator pitch, all those things you need like for your day-to-day business. And it's an app that you don't need to watch videos, like you just basically read, answer questions. Herventures, HERVENTURAS. That app is good. It's good, especially when you don't want to go through the rigor of entering these things too deep. But with time, you need to improve. You need to like learn as you go. So Adventure app is very good for you as a beginner, so that you can learn this basic accounting, basic sales, marketing, and all that. And it's free. It's a free app. As far as you're a woman, it's free for you. So do well to check out that app, and it's going to help you. The next one is sales and marketing skills. You need to know how to sell. It's funny how I separated it from business. It's because it's a big deal. Even though sales and marketing is part of a business, but I had to single it out because this one is very, very important. This skills is going to make your business, going to help you grow, right? There is a video in my channel already where I talked about how to market your sewing business, how to market your fashion design business. So go to that video. I should link it somewhere here or here. Go to that video and check it up. Watch it. I talked about some proven strategies on how you can market your business. Whether you're working from home or you have a shop outside your house, it will help you. Sales and marketing is very important, so ensure that you have that skill, you learn it, and you keep learning, keep improving, right? The next skill is content creation or social media management. Big grammar. Content creation, how to create content. The aspect of social media management is you managing your social media account. There is that aspect of content creation where you create content, and there is also the aspect where you have to monitor and manage your social media. Just think about what a manager does in a company. Yes, so you are the one managing your social media. With time and with more funds, you can choose to outsource it. But for starts, I recommend you that you actually do this to know how it works. So you manage your social media account, ensure that you post the right content, you use the right hashtags and keywords. Then you also post consistently so that the algorithm can push your videos to your potential customers. I didn't add that, I just remembered and I decided to add it right now. Okay, so let's get back to the video. You can choose to take a content creation course, or you can learn from other content creators. I haven't taken any content creation course yet. I said yet because I'm still going to take a content creation course. But all through my content creation journey, it has been learning from other people. So you can choose to learn from other people while you're trying to get the course, or you get the course and learn it deeply. So content creation and social media marketing. Social media is a very good platform to take your brand to a global scale, especially when you're in a local market. So you're in Nigeria, you're a fashion designer in Nigeria. Social media can help you get foreign clients. Social media can help you take your business to Ghana, to Tanzania, to America, to Canada. Different people generally will see your videos. They will see what you do, and if they like it, they want to buy from you. Whereas if you're not using social media, you would have not gotten these people. Maybe you would have gotten them longer or through referrals, because you probably don't know anybody there. I don't know if you're getting what I'm trying to say. So social media can help you, especially when you're in a local marketplace, to take your business globally. That's why it is very important. And the essence for content creation is you don't just put a design. There's a way you have to creatively pass a message through your designs that will make your viewers relatable and they want to buy from you. So there are strategies for content creation. You can either learn from other people, like through other people's content, or you can take a content marketing course. The next skill is graphics design. Yes, you need a basic knowledge of graphics design. As a beginner, there are times you need to maybe post a flyer here and there. See, pictures are a very good way of conveying your message. Pictures are a very good way of conveying your message. So rather than writing a full epistle telling people what you do, you can use graphics to put it in a picture format where people are going to look at it and they're like, this is really beautiful, and this is what the person does, right? Than reading a full epistle of a web document or whatever telling them what you do. So you need a basic level of graphics design, and a very good platform you can use is Canva. Canva can help you create very good designs because you already have existing templates. Whether you want to do the free version or the paid version, even with the free version, you can get series of templates that can help you. So you can use Canva in case you're like, I cannot go and start learning graphics design. It's not everybody will be able to understand graphics design, like the whole of graphics design, because mind you, this is some people's skill. This is their business. This is what they do. So you may not be able to have that time to want to learn the entirety of graphics design. But if you can learn it for your business. You can do that. So, or if you cannot just learn it, use Canva. You can also use YouTube to just know how to play your way around it. Basic education of graphics design is very important. I took a graphics designing course anyway. So I can't remember how I got the course. It's been years. So I took a graphics design course and I create basic level graphics for my brand. So it's worth it. You can take a graphics design course or you can use Canva. The last one I'm talking about is video editing. This video that you're going to watch, this video right now, I can tell you that there are so many things that happen that you're not going to see. Places where I stammered, places where my camera almost fell, places where I paused. You see what I just did right now? There are places where I paused like that, but you're not going to see those places because I've edited the video. And you need it for your business. You need it. I'm making this video now with natural light, but when you see the video, it may not look exactly the way it is right now on my screen because I would have done some color grading here and there. That is video editing. So you may not know deep level video editing, you may not know how to edit a cinematographic movie, But for your business, for your short videos, for your styles, how to do color grading, how to edit, how to put speed where you need to put speed, how to cut out parts that are unwanted, you need basic video editing skills. You need it. You can use YouTube. YouTube is a very free resource, very open resource, or you can learn on TikTok, or you can pay for courses on video editing. So just do whatever you can. These skills are going to help you. I've been able to look at my journey, and I had to document everything I had to learn, everything that I had to learn to help my business grow. So I documented it, and this is what I'm sharing to you today. Listen to this video again, point out all these skills and start learning them. This is going to help you, especially as you're just starting out. There are things you need to do to help you grow faster, right? So I hope this video has helped you. I hope you've been able to learn a thing or two from this video. Until next time, stay happy, stay positive, stay blessed, and keep growing. Bye.